Hi guys, uh, can you all able to hear my voice? Okay, we'll start our session now. Let me share the screen. Yes, hope you all can able to see my screen, right? Yeah. Okay, like in this class, like we'll discuss about like a job ready batch, all the questions like 2 days back, whatever you have written. Like we'll discuss all the questions. Just a minute. Guys, we'll discuss all the 25 questions, like whatever you have written. Okay, guys. Let's discuss about the questions.
Hello.
Okay, let's go for the first question. Mostly, like we have covered all the questions from the topics which we discussed in our class. Okay, guys, can you please mute yourself?
First.
Okay, so almost like we covered all the concepts clearly in the class. But in this class, I will discuss about like how to solve the questions. Okay, and any concept required, I'll explain about the concept. Okay, so let's go with the first question. Guys, please mute yourself.
JDK లోపల JRE JRE ఉంటుంది సబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే సబ్జెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ JDK JRE లైబ్రరీ క్లాస్ వచ్చి సార్ వాయిస్ అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
Okay, sorry guys, like it was muted. Okay, so uh, again I'll explain. Okay, they have given that sum of two numbers is 16, so I'm assuming it as, okay, one is x and next one will be y. So they have given the condition sum of two numbers is 16, means x plus y is equals to 16 and the product will be 63. So xy is equals to 63. They're asking us to find reciprocal of those two numbers. Already we assumed it as two numbers are x and y. So the reciprocals are 1 by x and 1 by y. They're asking us to find the sum of their reciprocals. So 1 by x plus 1 by y. If you observe here, if you solve this particular equation, 1 by x plus 1 by y, so obviously the LCM will be xy, and obviously numerator will be x plus y. If you add these to 1 by x plus 1 by y. So from here itself, we got to know that already we know x plus y is equals to 16 and xy is equals to 63. They're asking us to find the sum of their reciprocals. So 16 by 63 is your answer. So again, no need to do these values, no need to cancel anything or not. You can just leave it like options also. Mostly, if in case if you will get options, you will get the same answer. So 16 by 63 will be the final answer. That's it. You just need to understand what actually the reciprocals are. Reciprocal also we can call it as like inverse. So 1 by x and 1 by y. If I add these two numbers, 1 by x plus 1 by y, you will get x plus y by x by y, xy. So x plus y is already given. So xy is also given. So we'll just try to substitute that. That's it. So correct answer is 16 by 63. Okay. So hope you all are clear with this. Let's go for the next one. Okay, this is the question belongs to ratios concept. So already we have discussed the same questions in the class. I mean, similar type of questions in the class. So let's read the question. A kid has a number of 20 pice coins, 50 pice coins, and 1 rupee coins in the ratio 6 is to 3 is to 10. If the number of 50 pice coins are 12, okay, they have given that there are 12 50 pice coins are there, and how many pencils worth 13
Can
rupees
I
each?
explain first question, please?
Okay. 13 rupees each he can buy with the money he has. So here if you observe, a kid has total, okay, what kind of denominations he's having is 25 pies.
Sir, can you explain the first question again?
Sorry, are you clear with this question, first question?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, let's say we have the denominations 25 pies, 50 pies, and 1 rupee coins. Okay, so what ratio they have given is, okay, they have given the ratio 6 is to 3 is to 10. This is the ratio they have mentioned. So what the ratio indicates is, if he has 25 pies coins in terms of like let's say like 6 coins of 25 pies, and he should have 3 coins of 50 pies and 10 coins of 1 rupee. Okay, so we are not so sure about like how many coins he's having exactly, but we know the condition. He's having total 50 pice coins are 12. So actually here in the actual ratio they have given that 50 pice coins are only 3. So we can make it like, if you want to make it 12, obviously this ratio should be multiplied with 4. Okay, that will do it later. First we'll calculate. Okay, if the kid is having 6 coins of 20 pice, 25 pice, so obviously can I say that he is having 1.5 rupees with him? Because like 25 pice coins, if it is 4, I can make it 1 rupee. So if it is 6, I can make it 1.5, means I can also say that 1.5 rupee. So next one, 50 pice coins, if he's having 3, I'm just assuming it as, if he's having 50 pice coins with 3 denominations, so obviously he's having 250 pice coins will make 1 rupee. If it is 3 coins, he can have 1.5 rupees. Okay, and again 1 rupee he's having 10 coins, so obviously 1 rupee he's having 10 coins means 10 rupees he has. Total, if we add all the value, okay, he's having 1.5, 1.5 rupee, 1.5 rupee, and 10 rupees. So he's having 30 rupees. We can say that he's having 30 rupees when we take this exact denomination of one set. Okay, like with 6 coins of 25 pies, 3 coins of 50 pies, 10 coins of 1 rupee. He's having exactly 13 rupees. Now read out the question. How many pencils worth 13 rupees each? Okay, each pencil is 13 rupees. How many pencils he can buy with the money he has? Now here the condition, if you observe, how many 50 pice coins he's having is 12, right? So when he's having 50 pice coins are 12, actual ratio 50 pice coins are 3. How can we make 3 to 12? Means we should multiply that entire ratio with 4. Now the new ratio I will get 4,624 is to 4,3 is 12 is to 40. This is what actual ratio, but no need to calculate again amount. Already we got to know that each set value 13 rupees. So he is having these 4 sets. How we can make 3 value to 12 means we should multiply with 4. Obviously he can buy 4 pencils with the money he has. So because like each set value is 13 rupees, so 4 sets means 413. So obviously he can buy 4 pencils. So all of you clear with this question? Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. So yeah, next question is, if the letters of the word trap are jumbled at random, what is the probability that position in which the vowel appears will remains unchanged? Okay, so if you observe, this question belongs to probability concept. Here it was clearly mentioned that probability. So first thing you should understand, there are so many students who have written answer in terms of like many factorial values and so many values. Okay, one condition that you should keep it in your mind when you're solving any probability questions. So probability should always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, so probability should be greater than 0 and probability should be less than 1, or you can also say that sum of probability should be 1. This condition has to satisfy. So always remember, when you're solving any probability questions, probability should always lies between 0 to 1. Now what they are asking is, and also we should also understand, probability is nothing but favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. Okay, favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. And we can say that like probability, there are few questions, few general questions, and they might ask questions from probability based on coins, cards, dice and all. I'll just give you one small example based on let's say dice. Okay, so if you throw 2 dice, okay, I'll come to this question a little later. First let's try to understand the concept of dice. Okay, so when 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, what is the probability of I can say that some should get 10. Okay, if the question is like that, like condition is, okay, when you throw 2 dice simultaneously, what is the probability of some of those 2 dice should get 10? So let's say, okay, so when you are talking about probability, just now we discussed about favorable. Guys, please mute yourself. Okay, favorable outcomes by total outcomes. When 2 dice are thrown simultaneously, total outcomes will be 36, right? So when total outcomes is 36, I should get the sum value 10. Okay, so what are the combinations means? We should count favorable outcomes. When 2 dice are thrown, each die we will be having 6 faces, right? So how many possible outcomes you will get the sum as 10? So I can say that 4 comma 6. Okay, so this die is 6 and next one will be 4. Okay, so both can be 5 and 5. So I'm getting total 3 possible outcomes. Okay, and you cannot take 7 and 3 combinations, even though both values is getting 10, but there is no number called 7 in the dice, right? So obviously we should remove this combination. There are only 3 favorable chances we are getting, but total outcomes are 36, 3 by 36. All these things are already we discussed in the class. I'm just revising you a small concept of probability. So let's say 3 are the favorable outcomes and 36 are the total outcomes. So I can say that 1 by 12 is the probability of getting some 10 while throwing 2 dice. But now coming to the actual question. Okay, now we'll just discuss about actual question. Okay, already you got to know that probability is nothing but favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Now here this is the question which belongs to probability with the combination of permutations and combinations. So obviously probability is an application of permutations and combinations. Let's say there is a word called trap. Okay, we have total 4 letters in the word trap, okay, which are jumbled at random. So obviously remember, like in linear permutations, okay, in linear permutations, okay, so if we have n letters, those n letters can be arranged in n factorial ways. Okay, these are the things we already discussed. In linear permutations, n letters can be arranged in n factorial ways. Here total we have 4 letters in the word trap. So if I'm talking about probability, obviously it is favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Total outcomes will be 4 letters can be arranged in 4 factorial ways. Now, what is my favorable chances? Okay, here they have given the condition. What is the probability that the position in which the vowel appears will remains unchanged? Okay, here we have only one particular vowel. This vowel position should not change. means they're talking about this A should be in the third place and remaining three alphabets can be shuffled. Okay, so obviously when A will be fixed and three remaining alphabets can be shuffled in 3 factorial ways, this is the favorable chances. So we already know that like 3 factorial value is 6 and the 4 factorial value is 24. So 6 by 24, which is equals to 1 by 4, 1 by 4, or you can also say that 0.25. So both are correct. So 1 by 4 is the probability of shuffling the letters of the word trap where vowels remains constant. I mean, vowels remains unchanged in the particular place. Okay, so final answer is 1 by 4. Okay, so just make a note or take a screenshot of the question, like you just you will understand. Okay, let's go for the next one. Yeah. Okay, this is a question actually which belongs to mixtures and allegations concept. Okay, let's go with the question. A trader mixes 26 kg of rice at 20 rupees per kg with 39 kg of. See here they're talking about this is the quantity. Okay, quantity, or we can also say that ratio, and this is the price. Okay, again this is they're talking about quantity, and this 40 rupees per kg is the price, means per kg 40 rupees, this is the price. Okay, so obviously we already know that allegation rule. Okay, what allegation rule will say is, if we have one lower price value and one higher price value, if we mix it both, you will get one medium price value. So you will get the ratio. Okay, let's say x is to y is the ratio. This is what like allegation rule says. But if you observe the question here, they're talking about, okay, the cost price of the rice 20 rupees per kg and one more price is 40 rupees per kg. They are talking about cost price. Okay, means you can say that here. Okay, they're talking about cost price. Let's say one price, one type of rice cost is 20 rupees per kg, another type of rice is 40 rupees per kg. Okay, if we mix both, we don't know this value. Let's assume that it is a value of x. Okay, so next one we have, okay, 20 rupees per kg rice, how much quantity we have? Indirectly they have given that 26 and 39. So this is what actually the ratios they have mentioned. So let's say 13 to 26, 13 3 is 39. Indirectly they have given that when you mix 20 rupees per kg rice of 2 kgs and 40 rupees per kg rice of 3 kgs, this is the ratio. And if you find the cost price of this value x, obviously the selling price is given 36 rupees per kg. So obviously we'll get, if you know cost price and selling price, you will get the profit. How you will get the profit percentage? Profit percentage is equals to selling price minus cost price by cost price into 100. So first you should find it out, cost price, because already selling price of the mixture is given as 36 rupees per kg. If you find it cost price, then you will get answer. By using allegation rule, we will find the cost price of the rice. Okay, so you can also do one normal method like allegation rule. Either you can come from this left side or right side. So I can say that 40 minus x by x minus 20 is equals to 2 by 3. You can solve this equation to get the value of x, but already we discussed so many times in the class, like there is a shortcut. Okay, so you just observe the difference. You just observe the difference. Difference is here 20. Correct, the difference is, I'm writing it here, the difference is 20. And if you add the ratio, total ratio, how many parts we have is 5 parts. So if 5 parts is 20, each part value we are getting 4. Correct, if one part is 4, here we have total 3 parts. 3 parts is 12. Here we have 2 parts. 2 parts is 8. So now take the difference. So 20 and x difference should be 32 and 40 x difference should be 8. Okay, these are the actual differences we have in terms of the ratio 2:3. So obviously like what you will get is, okay, x value should be greater than 20 and less than 40, because it should be the median value of lower and higher. So if I want to get x value, I should add 12. So 20 plus 12 is 32, or else you can also take from the left side, 40 minus 8 is also 32. So we got to know that cost price is 32. Now we when we want to find the profit percentage, So profit percentage is equals to selling price minus cost price. What is 36 minus 32? 4 divided by what's the cost price? 32. So obviously you can do into 100. Okay, so or else you can directly say that conversion 4 ones 4 8s are 32. When you look at the value 1 by 8, obviously it will be 12.5% is the profit percentage. So all the things like what you need to know is already we discussed so many times in the class, like how this allegation rule works, all these things and all. That's the reason I have explained this logic and shortcut directly. So this is how we can solve this type of questions. Like it is one of the important concept in mixtures and allegations. Okay, hope you all are clear with this question. We'll go for the next one. Okay, so this question is from mixtures, obviously. Okay, jar contains a mixture of juice and water. Okay, let's say juice and water. So what is the ratio of juice and water I mean the mixture in the jar is 5:3, means 5 parts of juice and 3 parts of water. This is the ratio they have given. If you observe this, actually we discussed like 4 categories of questions from mixtures. Okay, this comes under third category. Okay, this comes under like category 3 where replacement taken place. Okay, so if you observe here, if 16 liters of mixture are replaced with water, the new ratio becomes 3:5. First thing is what you should understand is, okay, when we have a jar, okay, let's say when we have a jar, we have, let's say, milk and water ratio 5:3. Let's assume that this jar is having 100 liters capacity, 100 liters of mixture of 5:3 ratio milk and water. Now, if I remove 20 liters of the mixture, okay, what like in these 20 liters we cannot remove only milk or we cannot remove only water. Obviously when we have a container of 100 liters capacity with milk and water ratio 5:3, when you remove 20 liters, obviously in these 20 liters you will get milk and water ratio 5:3 only. After removing 20 liters in this jar, now what is the quantity left out is 80 liters. Even in this remaining quantity 80 liters also, milk and water should be 5:3. We cannot remove only milk or we cannot remove only water. So from this, like what we can say is very simple. When we have juice and water 5:3 ratio, when you remove 16 liters of the mixture, okay, so obviously 16 liters of the mixture when we throw out, and whatever the remaining quantity we have juice and water in the same ratio 5:3. So after that you are replacing with water. The same quantity means 16 liters of water is replaced. Now if you observe, after replacing the water, the ratio become 3:5. Now when you are adding water, juice quantity should be same. When you want to already, like, hope you might have remember the shortcut which we discussed. Okay, so already when we are replacing with water, juice quantity remains constant whatever the ratio parts. So when you want to make it same, so obviously this ratio should be multiplied with 3, this ratio should be multiplied with 5, because to make juice ratio same. Okay, so that's the reason we are multiplying. Don't get confused like why we're multiplying that. So the new ratio will be juice to water ratio. So obviously after multiplying that, it will be 15:9, 15:25. So now if you observe, when we are replacing with water, water quantity should get added, right? So now the juice quantity remains constant. Now how much quantity of water is added here? So obviously it is 16 parts. Now this 16 parts, can I say that the reason of increasing the 16 parts because of we are replacing 16 liters with water? So 16 liters of water. Now 16 parts is 16 liters. One part will be 1 liter. Now after replacing, calculate what's the mistake like people will do is, what is the initial quantity of juice? Initial quantity of juice, what they will do is, initial quantity of juice is 15 parts, so one part is 1 liter, 15 parts will be 15 liters. They will calculate and they will make it 15 liters will be the answer. But that's a wrong approach. When replacement happens, first we should calculate total quantity of the mixture in the vessel. So how many parts total we have? 15 and 25. So we will be having total 40 parts. So obviously 40 parts means 40 liters. One part will be 1 liter, 40 parts is 40 liter. So when replacement happens, total quantity will not change. So this one also be 40 liters. Now what you need to do is the final step. So now you calculate this total 24 parts initially leads to 40 liters. Each part will be 4 6 4 10 times. Okay, so here they're talking about 3 twos 3 5 times. Okay, so two parts will be, wait, here total 40 liters, 16 parts 16 liters, one part will be 1 liter, 24 parts will remains to 24 parts 40 liters. So here we can directly calculate 8 3 times. Okay, or directly we can say that like 8 3 is 24, 8 5s. So three parts value 5 liters means obviously we need only juice, right? So we can say that it is 15 parts. So obviously into 5, so into 5 you will get 25 liters. Okay, so here what's the additional step we need to do for replacement problems is, first we should calculate total after replacement, and that we should make it same because replacement total quantity should be same. So the same value 40 liters I have taken for initial, and now we should make it equal for that parts. So total 24 parts will be 40 liters, so that you will get total for 15 parts. You need to calculate. What if they will ask what is the quantity of water in the initial vessel, means you should calculate it for 9 parts. Okay, sometimes you may get answer in terms of decimals also, that's not an issue. Okay, this is like mixtures and allegations. These two concepts are very very important for the competitive exams purpose. So concentrate on all models and practice remaining questions as well, not only these questions. Okay, let's go for the next one. Yeah, here the question comes from averages. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, the average of 11 numbers is 63, the average of first 6 numbers is 60, and the average of last 6 numbers is 65. Let's say average indicates, first thing we should understand, average is nothing but equal distribution. Okay, so we can solve this question by using a simple way, understanding about chocolate method. Hope like many students might have known. Okay, so let's say average of 11 numbers, or we can also say that 11 students. Okay, average of 11 students is 63. Let's say 11 students average is 63 means, assume all students, okay, have 63 chocolates each, so that obviously average will become 63, correct? So I'm just assuming all students have 63 chocolates each. Okay, now if the average of first 6 students is 60, okay, they're talking about like first 6 students average is only 60. Now if you observe 11 students average is 63, just now we assumed like each student should be having 63 chocolates each. Now first 6 students is having only 60 chocolates, obviously we already assumed it as everybody should get 63 chocolates, but here we these 6 students are having 3 chocolates less. So how many students would total into 6? So obviously I'm getting 18 chocolates less than what we assume. Okay, and that given that last 6 students, okay, last 6 students is average is 65. So 63, here they're talking about like we assumed everybody should have 63 chocolates, but these 6 students are having 2 chocolates extra what we assume. So total how many students are there into 6? So obviously plus 12. When you try to balance these two values, I'm getting minus 6. Okay, now so obviously like these type of problems also, so many questions like we have solved. So here 6 and 6 total we will be having 12. So here one person is common in the group. In the first 6 members and last 6 members, one person is common, because total we have only 11 students. How come the 6 and 6 12 will come into the picture? No, right? So obviously one person is common in the first 6 and last 6. So obviously everybody should have 63 chocolates, that's what we assume. Here the count is not getting balanced, so subtract this 6 from 63, you will get 57. So the sixth number will be 57. That's it. So understanding these averages questions is very easy by using this equal distribution method. Okay, so hope you all are clear with this. Actually, like you can also solve this question by using general formula. what basically majority of the people will do is sum of observations by number of observations. You can also do this question by using this formula. Okay, so it's completely depends on your like how you will think about the question. Okay, so let's go for the next one. I hope you all are clear. Like if you have any doubt on all, you can unmute and you can ask your doubts. Okay, so that I'll explain it. Okay, so let's say this question is one of the easy question from percentages. It's very simple actually, to be honest. Like we can solve this question without using pen and paper as well. So the price of a newly launched luxury bag increased by 20% and become $600 a few days after the launch. Obviously they're talking about price got increased and it became $600. Obviously like price got increased after the launch. Okay, let's assume that launch price we don't know, this is the initial price. After few days, okay, so the price of the bag is increased by 20%. After increasing the 20%, the price became $600. Okay, now what they are asking is what is the price of the bag during launch day. Okay, after increasing 20%, okay, after increasing 20%, the price of the bag is $600, right? Now can I say that it is 120% is $600? Okay, $600. So they are asking us to find what was the price during the launch day. Means obviously 100% they are asking us to find. So obviously if you do cross multi, or else like directly you can say here itself, like 120% is 600. Obviously 100% will be 500, right? So $500 will be the price of the bag during launch day. Very simple logic. You just need to understand after increasing the price is 600. Before that, like they're asking us to find before the launch day what will be the price. So obviously it is 100%. So 100% is 500 rupees. Okay, so let's say next one. Yeah, this question from time and work. Okay, I'm not so sure how many of you have solved this question in the exam. Okay, so majority of the people, whatever I observed is like majority of the people marked as wrong answer for this. Okay, so let's read out the question. Worker A starts a project and impressively completes 75% of it in just 18 days. Realizing the deadline is approaching, he calls to B to help in finishing the remaining 25% of the work in 5 days. If B takes the entire project alone, how many days would it take him to complete it? Okay, so this question, if you understand the logic clearly, okay, and to solve this question, at least like you should understand like how the percentage conversions is happening. Okay, so you should have at least minimum and decent knowledge on percentages as well, percentage conversions. Okay, so here what they're talking is there's a person called A can do, okay, 75% of the work in 18 days. How people will do is 75% of the work A can complete in 18 days. Okay, 100% of the work he can complete in how many days? Again they will do cross multiplication and they will find it out answer. Okay, these are extra and additional calculations that will consume a lot of time in exam. So simple way how we can understand the logic is there's a person called A can complete work in how many days? 18 days. But is that the work completely he's doing? No, it's only 75%. If you understand 75% is 3 by 4. Okay, here itself you can say 100% work he can do it in how many days? So 3 by 4 times of A can do it in 18 days. Obviously 3 ones 3 16 times. Now you got to know that A can complete entire work in this 4 will go whatever the 4 in the denominator will go to that place right hand side. So it will be 4 6 24. So I can say that A can complete entire work in 24 days. Okay, now I got to know that the time taken by A to complete the project. Okay, complete project, not 75%. Now just understand the condition here. Realizing the deadline is approaching. Okay, some deadline is approaching, so he feels that he cannot able to complete that entire work on time, so he wants to take the help from B. So he included one more person, B. So with the help of B, obviously with the help of B means A and B are working now. Okay, with the help of B, how many days they have taken? 5 days to complete remaining 25% of the work. Now if you observe, now A and B came into the picture. Okay, this A and B is taking how many days? 5 days. But if you observe, Are those two people taking 5 days to complete entire 100% work? No, only 25% of the work. But if you understand 25% of the work is nothing but 1 by 4, obviously you can say that A plus B both combinedly to take to complete entire work in how many days? So obviously they will take 20 days, because this 4 in the denominator will go to the right hand side. 5 4s are 20. Now what I got to know is A can complete the work in 24 days. A and B both can complete the work, entire work in 20 days. Now these two I'm taking it for 100% of the work. So A can complete 100% of the work in 24 days. With the help of B, A and B together, they can complete 100% of the work again in 20 days. Now, okay, so again, let's try to analyze this. Basically, people will do these questions in a fractional method. So let's try to understand by using some chocolate method. Okay, so 24 days A can eat, okay, some chocolates in 24 days. A along with the help of B can eat some chocolates in 20 days. Okay, here rather than considering some chocolates, let's try to understand and consider assuming, okay, LCM of 24 and 20. So LCM is 120. So always take total number of chocolates or total number of work done is, okay. So here work is nothing but like they're talking about project. I'm taking it as eating chocolates is the work. Okay, now A can eat 120 chocolates in 24 days. Okay, with the help of B, A and B can eat 120 chocolates in 20 days. Now if A alone is eating chocolates of one, I mean total 120, he's taking 24 days. Per day how many chocolates he can eat is, I can say that 5 chocolates per day he can eat. So he will take total 24 days to eat complete 120 chocolates. Now with the help of B, A and B both working together, they can eat 120 chocolates in 20 days. So each day how many chocolates they can eat is 6 chocolates per day, correct? Now just understand the scenario here. A is eating how many chocolates per day? 5 chocolates. With the help of B, A and B both together is eating how many chocolates per day? 6 chocolates per day. Now why that extra 1 chocolate is eating by whom? So obviously I can say that B is eating 1 chocolate per day, correct? So A is eating 5 chocolates per day, B is eating 1 chocolates per day. If A and B both together are working, 6 chocolates per day. Now I got to know that B's efficiency is he can eat only 1 chocolate per day. Total what they're talking about is, if B takes the entire project, what is that entire project here? Eating chocolates, correct? So here 120 chocolates eating 120 chocolates is the entire project. So B's efficiency is eating 1 chocolate per day. Obviously to eat 120 chocolates, how many days B will take is 120 days, because his efficiency is to eat only 1 chocolate per day to complete entire 120 chocolates. Obviously he will eat he will eat all the chocolates in 120 days. So he will complete entire project alone in 120 days. So correct answer is 120. So but the majority students marked it as 20 days in the last exam. So I hope you all are clear with this question. If you all not done, we'll move on to the next one. Hope you all are clear. So let's go with the ninth question. Okay, so if you're trying running at, again obviously like if you look at this terminology, you will get to know that this question belongs to time, speed and distance. Okay, so if you're trying running at 54 kilometers per hour, process a platform in 36 seconds and a pole in 18 seconds, what is the length of platform in meters they are asking? So obviously the problems belongs to trains is very important from time, speed, distance concept. So let's try to understand. When you want to solve, either it may be problems on trains or problems on boats and steams, first thing you should understand the relation between, okay, time, speed and distance. Okay, so we all know that the basic terminology, speed is equals to distance by time. So based on this common logic, we are going to solve the question. Okay, obviously when trains are crossing any platform or pole and all, obviously pole will be having will not be having any length and all. We should consider the platform length. So here they are
Hello,
talking about, yeah,
sir. Can you explain the previous question once again?
previous
Eighth
question.
question.
I
Eighth
mean
question. Yes,
eighth
sir.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean entire question or any particular logic
Entire question,
you.
sir.
Yeah, okay. Uh, just a minute. Okay, here if you observe, worker A starts a project and impressively completes 75% of the work in 18 days. So what I'm talking is, when A started doing work, he is able to complete 75% of the work in 18 days. Correct? Now, what I'm writing here is, instead of taking 75% in 80 days, obviously, if a man efficiency is, his efficiency is to complete the work of 75% in 18 days, we can easily find it out 100% work in how many days he can complete. So that's what I'm doing is, this 75% I have written here 3 by in terms of 3 by 4. So 3 by 4th of the work he is doing in 18 days. So I want to take 100% of the work in how many days he can do is, so obviously 3 once, 3 6 times it will get cancelled. So denominator 4 will goes to the right hand side. So it will be 24. Now I got to know that A can do 100% of the work in 24 days. Okay. And if you want to do the same calculation in another way, you can also do that. If a person can do 75% of the work in 18 days, okay, if it is 100%, in how many days he can do? If you will do cross multiplication, you will get again answer is 24 days. So rather than doing all these things, if you know these percentage conversions and all, you can do it here itself. That's the reason I have written 75% means 3 by 4. And in the same case, what he is doing is, when he started realizing the deadline is approaching, so he wants to take help from B. So after taking help from B, so whatever the 25% work left out, they both can able to do that in 5 days. So obviously the same scenario, what I'm doing is, 25% means I have written here 1 by 4. So this 1 by 4th of the work is completed in 5 days. What if I'll give complete 100% work? Obviously they will take 20 days, right? So I have written here A and B both together can complete entire work. If I'll give 100% work, they will do it in 20 days. Now I have considered here 100% work A can do it in 24 days. The same 100% work both A and B can complete in 20 days. Okay. So here, rather than taking it as like work project, all these things and all, in order to make our calculations easy and as well as to make our concept easy, so I have taken one small logic called chocolate method. So what this chocolate method indicates is, so whenever we have these type of questions, you can try with any questions, and if you have any doubts, you can come up with the doubts. I'll explain. Okay, the same process and the same method will be applicable for any type, any questions from time and work. Okay, so A can complete work in 24 days, A and B can complete work in 20 days. They both start, the LCM of 24 and 20 will indicate the total work, which is nothing but 120 chocolates. Now A can eat 120 chocolates in 24 days. Okay, so per day, how many chocolates he can eat is obviously 120 by 24 means 5 chocolates per day. This is what his efficiency. Okay, with the help of B, A and B can eat 120 chocolates in 20 days. So in one day, how many chocolates he can eat? 6 chocolates. So obviously, why extra one chocolate means he's taking help of B, right? Now, can I say that B is eating that extra chocolate? So that's the reason I have written separately. B is eating one chocolate per day. So for to complete entire work alone, okay, B will take how many days they are asking about, like. So I can say that to complete entire 120 chocolates, B will take how many days? So B's efficiency is only one chocolate per day. To complete 120 chocolates, he will take 120 days. So final answer is 120 days. Okay, is that clear now? Okay, now we'll come to the point of problems on trains. Time, speed, and distance. Okay, if a train running at 5 kilometers per hour crosses a platform in 36 seconds and a pole in 18 seconds. So obviously, when we want to consider the speed, okay, speed is 54, train speed is 54. When train is crossing a platform, obviously train should have a length of the train, plus we should also consider length of the platform divided by, okay, obviously platform cannot move, so only train speed will be given. So the time taken is 36 seconds to cross platform. Okay. Now from this I will get to know length of the train plus length of the platform is equals to, here we should not consider directly 54. Here 36 is in terms of seconds. Okay, speed in terms of 54. So how can we convert 54 kilometers per hour into meters per second? Obviously multiplied with 5 by 18. So 18 ones, 18 threes. So 15. So I can say that length of the train plus length of the platform will be 36 into 15. What is 36 15 times? We can say that 36 10 times is 360, and 36 5 times is 180. So if we add both, 540 will be length of the train plus length of the platform will be 540 meters. Okay, let's assume that this is first condition. Okay, now the same train with the speed of 54 kilometers per hour crosses a pole in 18 seconds. Okay, the same thing we observe. 54, this converted into 5 by 18 is equals to, now when we considering pole, so pole is not having any length and pole is having height, so that's not mandatory to take when comparatively with the when we compare with the train, so pole will be negligible. So only length of the train will be considered divided by, so how much time it has taken, so 18. So 18 once, 18 three times, so I can say that length of the train will be 18 into 15. Obviously if it is 36 into 15, we got 540. So I got to know length of the train 18 into 50, which is nothing but half of that, right? So I can say that 270 meters. So length of the train is 270 meters. Let's consider this is equation 2. What they're asking us is length of the platform. So length of the train plus length of the platform is 540. Obviously we got to know that length of the train is, this is 270, plus obviously length of the platform should also be 270 to match it for 540, right? So answer is 270. Length of the platform will be 270 meters. Okay, so only thing we should understand is, uh, here we should know like the basic formula: speed is equals to distance by time, and distance should be calculated when train is crossing a platform. Length of the train plus length of the platform should be considered. Okay, when it comes to the pole, we should only take length of the train itself, no need of length of the pole, that's not required. Okay, yeah, even the next question is also from boats and streams. Okay, so first thing, we should understand before solving boats and streams what actually means by downstream and what actually means by upstream. Okay, here they mention against the current or against the stream. Okay, both are like same. Against the stream means upstream and downstream. So what indicates this downstream is, okay, downstream speed when we are talking about, okay, uh, basically when speed of the boat and speed of the stream or water, we can say, when both are moving in same direction, we should consider downstream. Okay, when it comes to the point of upstream, okay, upstream speed, okay, when speed of the boat and speed of the water should be in opposite direction. So these two, when you know, solving this question will take just 10 to 15 seconds, that's it. Okay, because we know that speed is equals to distance by time. Okay, when we are calculating downstream speed, okay, downstream speed is equals to, okay, distance is 12, time taken to complete in downstream journey is 2 hours. So obviously 12 by 2 means 6 kilometers per hour. What is the 6 kilometers per hour? Speed of the boat plus speed of the stream, both adding, we are getting 6 kilometers per hour. When it comes to upstream, okay, the same speed is equals to distance by time. So when it comes to the point of upstream, so the same distance should be covered in 3 hours. So obviously it is 12 by 3. So it is 4 kilometers per hour. So I already said, right, solving this question is just only 10 to 20 seconds, that's it. Okay, now I got to know
Then
that,
ఏంటి ఈ ఫార్ములా చేశాను నేను 1/2 డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ మైనస్ యూ 1/2 డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్
can you
ఇది
please
స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ బోట్ స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రీమ్
okay, somebody is
అంతా మ్యూట్ చేయమంటారు.
okay, okay, so here downstream speed and upstream speed, right? When you remember the shortcut here, okay, actually students will start solving in an equation method, okay, to get the value of speed of the boat. But remember the shortcut: when you know downstream and upstream, okay, for calculating speed of the boat, here in the question they are asking us to find speed of the boat. If they ask to calculate speed of the boat, half into downstream plus upstream is your answer. So I can directly say that half into downstream value is 6, upstream value is 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10, half of 10 is 5. So I can say that speed of the boat is 5 kilometers per hour. Okay, so our answer is 5 kilometers per hour. Okay, this is our final answer. But what if in case if they ask speed of the water? Okay, here they are asking about speed of the boat, right? Okay, sometimes in the exam they may ask speed of the water, speed of the stream or speed of the water. Okay, the formula is half into d minus u. The same case here, 6 minus 2, 6 minus 2 is 2, so which is nothing but 1 kilometer per hour. That's it. Okay, so speed of the boat, if you know downstream and upstream speeds, if you want to calculate speed of the boat, directly you can say half into d plus u. If they ask you to find speed of the stream, you can say half into d minus u. If you remember these two logics, okay, you can solve these type of questions in just in seconds. Okay, so let's go. Hope you all are clear with this. Okay, so please make a note of these kind of shortcuts and all. It may helpful for the next exam. Okay, so let's go for the next one. Yeah, this question is very simple. In a certain coding language, tomato is written as 264126. Net is written as 552. Then how will the tractor be written in that language? Okay, so here if you observe, like first thing, you should understand with the different logics. Okay, so it's not mandatory that you should get only addition logic or subtraction logic or division or multiplication. So first thing, if you know the place values of the alphabets, let's say T means 20, O means 15, M means 30, A means 1, again T means 20, O means 15. So based on this logic, okay, how this code came into the picture. Okay, you should understand the logic. Okay, is that any kind of addition? If you observe if you observe the logic here, the logic here is, okay, digital sum. Okay, we can also say that digit sum. Okay, so if you get any two digit number, you should add those. Okay, here I have 20, 2 plus 0 is 2. Here I have O means 15, 15 means 1 plus 5 is 6, 1 plus 3 means 4. Here 1, if it is single digit, you can make it same. Here T means again 2. Here O means 1 plus 5, it will be 6. Hope you got to know how the logic came. Now what's the question is, they're asking us to find the code. This is very easy question. Okay, very easy logic as well. Okay, they're asking us in the same language what will be the code for tractor. So if you know the place values of this tractor, I mean alphabets, T means 20, R means 18, A means 1, 3, 20, 15, 18. So obviously your answer will be this one 2, this one 9, here 1, here obviously 3, here again 2, here 6, here 9. So the correct answer is 2913269. So the logic here is digital sum pattern. Okay, digital sum. The digits in the alphabet should be added. Okay, so let's go for the. Hope you all are clear with this question. We'll go for the next one. Yeah. This question is quite interesting because we have not taken any names and all. Instead of names from the blood relations, I have taken the alphabets. Okay, so here in a family there are 6 members, namely A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and F. Okay, so here let's try to connect with the alphabets, all these things and all. Okay, so before solving this, so let me give you a quick and easy understanding about blood relations, because if it is a names and all, you can easily understand. If it is alphabets, you cannot, you may mess up with the relations, like taking genders, okay, male or female and all. So it's better if you understand like how we should consider the relations. So let's make it simple. If any male characters, if it is confirmed from the relation, try to represent in the box. Okay, all male characters will be represented in the box, all female characters will be represented in the circle. Okay, if it is a next generation, okay, mention it in the downward arrow. Okay, if it is equals to, try to represent it. Okay, is equals represents siblings. Same is equals to with the double arrow represents couple. Okay, so which means like wife and husband relationship, like brother and sister, siblings. Next generation, all male characters, female characters will be represented with these 5 symbols. After knowing these 5 symbols, it will be very easy for you, and moreover, if you remember these symbols, you will not even get confused like what we should consider. Okay, there are some students like when I have asked the question, how is F related to C? Okay, irrespective of the gender, some people mention it as like father, uncle, mother, grandmother, son, daughter. So many relations they have given answers for this. Okay, so to avoid those type of confusions, like either mother or father, sometimes you may get like parents relation. Parent in the sense like you may get mother or father. Okay, so that confusion should be avoided by using these symbols. Okay, so let's say now take the conditions. A and B are a married couple, so you cannot say that like A can be male or B can be male. We cannot assume. Okay, they mentioned A and B are married couple. So couple means we can say that. So with the is equals with the double arrow. But in the second statement, they have clearly mentioned that A being the male member. So obviously, if A is the male member, so B is the female member. Means those two are wife and husband. So A is a male and B is a female. So the relation between them is couple. So wife and husband. So D is the only son of C. Okay, D is the only son of C, who is brother of A. Means they're talking about D is only son of C, who is brother of A. They're talking about who is brother of A means C is brother of A. So obviously here, if you observe, okay, C is brother of A.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
My voice is not clear. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so D is only son of C, who is brother of A. So here I can say that B, if you observe, son means male character, so I am representing in the box. D is only son of C, who is brother of A, means C is brother of A. So next statement is E is sister of D. So obviously sister means siblings. E is sister of whom? D. So obviously I can write circle because female character sister. So E is sister of D. Next, B is daughter-in-law of F. Okay, B is daughter-in-law of whom? F. So obviously F should be A's parent. Not sure whether F can be mother or father of A. Okay, but I can surely say that B's daughter-in-law of F means obviously F should be A's parent. Okay, so now here they have also mentioned that B's daughter-in-law of F whose husband has died means obviously F should be female. Okay, so now what's the relation they are asking? How F related to C? Obviously how F related to C is, okay, how F related to C means obviously A is son of F. A and C both are brothers, so obviously F is related to C means obviously she is a mother. Okay, she is a mother of A and also she is a mother of C as well, because A and C are brothers. So correct answer will be mother. Okay, so by using these symbols, maximum we can try to avoid these kind of confusions. Okay, clear? We'll go for the next question. Okay, this question from directions, and most of the students mark the correct option for this. But while reading the question, be very careful. Okay, majority of the students mention only the distance. Here, what's the condition here? How far and in which direction? Okay, so they are asking us to find distance as well as direction. So both has to be mentioned. Read the question carefully. Okay, so Surya left his home from the office in the car. Okay, he drove 15 kilometers straight towards north. Okay, let's say this is the point where he is going to start. Okay, he's driving how many kilometers towards north? 15 kilometers towards north, and then turn towards east. Okay, obviously we know this directions, right? North, south, east and west. Okay, so again he turned east and covered 8 kilometers. Okay, let's say he turned to his left again, so better will take somewhat little down so that it will be easy for us. So let's say this is the point. He has gone 15 kilometers north, taken east, covered 8 kilometers. He again turns left again. How many kilometers? Just only 1 kilometer. He again turned left and drove 20 kilometers. So somewhere like 20 kilometers. Okay, you can see the directions here, arrow directions I'm mentioning. So 20 kilometers. Now, how far and in which direction from the home? So obviously he is having the home here. Okay, he's having the home here. Now, in which direction he was, if you observe, okay, so we have the mapping here, north, south, east, and west. So the point, if you observe, from the home in which direction he is means, obviously he is facing in this particular direction, which is referred as northwest. So the direction we got to know clearly, it is northwest. But they are asking about distance also, right? So we should calculate distance. So obviously, when they are asking us to calculate distance, we should only calculate shortest path. Okay, so if you observe, this looks like right angle triangle. This length is 15, 15 plus 1 total. Okay, I can say that this complete length is 16 kilometers, and this length will be out of 20 up to here, it is 18 removed, so this will be 20. So obviously it is 12 square. I hope you all know this. Hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. Okay, so here hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square is 12 square 144 plus we have total how much, 256, 16 square. Okay, so if you add both, you will get 400. So hypotenuse square, you will get it as 400. So obviously when you want to know hypotenuse, so under root of 400 is equals to 20 kilometers. So finally we got to know the distance and also the direction. So final answer is 20 kilometers northwest is the final answer. So in how far and in which direction is 20 kilometers northwest. Hope you all are clear with this. Let's go with the next one. Yeah, calendars concept. Okay, we call this concept as repetition of the calendars, repeating calendars. Very simple logic. Okay, let's say when you divide any number. Okay, let's consider an example. Okay, I'm taking 2005. Okay, any year if you divide with 4, dividing with 4, when you will get remainder 1 by any chance, the same calendar will be repeated. Okay, after 6 years. After 6 years. Okay, in case if you consider 2006 or 2007, we'll take an example. These are the reference values I'm taking. Okay, when you divide 6 with 4, obviously the remainder will be 2. Okay, if you will get remainder 2, the same calendar will be repeated after 11 years. Okay, when you will get remainder 3, obviously 2007 will be divided by 4, so that I'll get remainder 3. The same calendar will be repeated after 11 years again. Okay, so obviously when you will get remainder 0, because 2008 is exactly divisible by 4, I'll get remainder 0. So when I'm getting remainder 0, this year we call it as obviously leap year, correct? So now the same calendar, so the leap year calendar will be repeated after 28 years. So when you remember these values, that's it, your answer will be done. But the question here, let's say example, the calendar of the year 2015 will be repeated again. If they'll ask after 2015, so I can say that answer is okay, 2015 by 4, I'm getting reminder 3. When I'm getting reminder 3, the calendar will be repeated after 11 years. So I can say that 2015 plus 11, so 2026 calendar will be the same calendar. But here they are asking us to find not after 2015, they are asking us to find before. Just read the logic here carefully. So majority of the students did the mistake here. So here they are asking about before 2015. When they are talking about after, these 4 numbers are the logic. If they are asking about before, okay, so before, just remember these 3. Obviously leap year calendar will be either it is plus 28 or minus 28. But when it comes to remaining years, so these years will get repeated. 6, 11, 11 will be taken as 11, 11, 6. Okay, code will get reversed. Okay, code will get reversed. So if it is reminder 1, if they are asking about before, you should take minus 11. If it is reminder 2, if they are asking about before, you should take minus 11. If it is reminder 3, if they are talking about before, you should take minus 6. So obviously 2015 by 4, I'm getting reminder 3. When you get reminder 3, before how many years you should consider minus 6? So 2015 minus 6, which is equals to 2009. So the same calendar will be before on 2009. Okay, I hope you all are clear. Even if you want to cross check, you can come again. So if I ask 2009 calendar, after how many years it will repeat, means obviously 2009 reminder 1. When I'm talking about after, so after how many years? 6 years. When you come forward from 2009, it will be 2015 again, so it will match. Okay, so only thing you should understand is these values. So after how many years the calendar will get repeated. Okay, hope you all are clear. So if you are not aware of these after and before values, like, please make a note, or please take a screenshot for the further reference. Okay, so next question. Okay, yes, of course, like it is, they're talking about like seating arrangement. Okay, uh, here, like sometimes, like you may get multiple values in the seating arrangement. I mean, multiple possibilities. Ignore about that. Like we can take any of the possibility. Okay, sometimes, like even previously students posted like multiple answers. So let's say 5 boys A, B, C, D, E are standing in a row. Okay, there are 5 boys. They mentioned that D is on the right of E, so D should be right side of E. B is on the left of E, so B should be on the left of E. Okay, B is left of E. B is on the left of E, right of A. So B is on the left of E and right of A. So D is on the left of C. So D is on the left of C. So D should be on the left of C. Obviously, who is standing at the extreme right? Okay. Okay. Here we have two questions. Okay, sorry. Here, who is standing on the extreme right? Obviously, it is C. Who is standing in the middle? Obviously, it is E. So here, actually, two questions was asked. Who is standing on the extreme right? So extreme right answer is C. Who is standing in the middle? Obviously, answer is E. Okay, simple question, simple arrangement. Okay, next one. So even these type of questions will be asked in any of the competitive exams, like based on the symbols and all, we should change. Okay, mostly these will work only with the rule of BODMAS. Hope you might have heard about it, right? So S means minus, Q means multiplication, R means division, P means addition. So here just replace it. 1 instead of P means plus, 1 plus 45, R means division. Okay, 45 division, uh 2, Q means into, again 2, S means minus 4 is equals to what they are asking. So obviously, from according to the BODMAS rule, you already know that first preference is for division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So if you will do that, like you will get here, first this operation should be performed. So 1 plus 45 by 2, I can say that it is 22.5 into 2 minus 4. So one operation is already performed. Now after division, which one will give the preference, means like, is it addition or subtraction or multiplication? Obviously it should be multiplication. So I can say that 1 plus 22.5 into 2, obviously it will be 45 minus 4. Now you can do 45 plus 1 is 46 minus 4, which is equals to 42. Okay, so it should come like with the priority of BODMAS. Okay, so bracket of order, we can say division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So that's the reason we perform multiplication operation. After that, sorry, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so hope you all are done with this question. Okay, next one. Okay, next one comes from, yes, in how many ways a cricket team of 3 players to be formed from 5 batsmen and 3 bowlers, where at least 1 bowler in the team. So obviously this question from permutations and combinations. So how many ways they are asking? So obviously they are asking us to calculate the combinations, right? So here we need to select 3 players. So 3 players, and they have given the condition, total 5 batsmen and 3 bowlers. So total I want 3 complete players. So where at least 1 bowler in the team. Okay, I need to form a cricket team of 3 players. So obviously, 3 members I need to select, where at least one bowler I need to select. If you mention at least one bowler means, can I say that if at least one means one or more than one, correct? So if I take one bowler from three, how many ways I can select one bowler from three bowlers? 3C1. So 3C combination means only selection. Okay, so 3C1 and remaining two will be from batsmen. Okay, so if you observe, one bowler, two batsmen. Okay, total 3 members already selected. Is this the only combination? No. So they mention at least one bowler. What if I'll take two bowlers? So there is, or if I consider two bowlers, 3C2As, remaining one person will be from batsmen. So this is also possibility. If they mention at least one bowler can be there, two bowlers, or all three bowlers also I can select, right? So at least one should be there, but I can also select all three bowlers. So I can say that three bowlers from uh, 3 members. So 3C, 3 ways. So obviously, if you calculate 3C1 is 3, 5C2 is 10. Okay, so plus 3C2 is 3, 5C1 is 5. This is 1. Okay, so here 30 plus 15 plus 1. So obviously 45 plus 1, 46. Only thing you should leave about answer calculation and all. This you should understand how we have taken here. Okay, this is they mentioned that at least one bowler. This is one bowler condition. Here we can take two bowlers condition. Here all three bowlers we can consider. Okay, so 3C1 into 5C2. If I consider one bowler, remaining two from the batsman. So again here, when I take two bowlers, so two from bowlers, one from batsman, and all three bowlers can also be possible in the condition. So all three bowlers I have taken. So total is 46. Okay. So next question will go with yeah. This question belongs to clocks concept. Okay. Here for finding angle. Okay, majority of the students, okay, they forget the condition actually what we discussed in the class. Okay, so what will everybody almost mentioned? Okay, 80% correct answer. Okay, they remembered only for finding angle, they might have remembered only formula. 30H difference of 11/2m is the direct shortcut, and how this formula came into the picture, and how why we need to use this formula and all everything, all the derivations and the concept already we discussed in the class. So I don't want to discuss again all the things because it may take almost half an hour to 40 minutes. Okay, to know like why we are using this formula, entire thing and all, just leave about that. Okay, let's say only for finding angle, so theta is equals to 30H difference of 11/2m. So here, okay, when the time is 11:10, so 11 indicates hours, 10 indicates minutes. Okay, so 30 into 11, difference of 11/2 into 10. So 2 ones, 2 5 times. So 11 3 30, difference of 11 5 is 55. So from 330, if you remove 30 25, so 275. If you remove 55, you will get 275. So angle theta is equal to 275. Everybody mentioned answer is 275. Almost majority, more than 60% of the students mentioned 275 degrees in the answer. But if you observe, just can you understand the values from the clock? Let's say 12 3 6 9 1 2 4 5 7 8 10 11. When the time is 11:10, how the minutes and sorry, how minutes and hours hand will look on the clock is very simple. Just a minute. Okay, how it looks is, okay, let's say this is the hours hand and this is the minutes hand, right? So what I'm asking you to find is, I want this angle. So I want this angle. So angle theta. But just observe the figure here. Is that angle is 275 degrees? No, correct. So when you get answer 275, you find it out this angle, outer angle. So we cannot call this as outer angle. We call, okay, this angle is reflex angle. This reflex angle concept we already discussed in the class, right? So actually, how to find, okay, the people who are not aware of this reflex angle, okay, And people might have get confused, sir, how we will get to know answer is 275, whether we find this reflex angle or normal angle. Means very simple. When you will get answer greater than 180 degrees, okay, so you got reflex angle. So always reflex angle will be, okay, lies between 180 to 360 degrees. This is what reflex angle. Now obviously when I have got this answer 275 degrees, so obviously I got reflex angle, not the normal angle. Is there anywhere in the question I mentioned reflex angle concept? No, I just ask you to find angle. So when it is normal angle, so if it is more than 180 degrees, what you should do? Theta is equals to 360 minus reflex angle. So obviously 360 minus 275 you should do. So it is 85 degrees. So correct answer is 85 degrees. Majority of the people mentioned 275. You might have forgot about reflex angle concept. So correct answer is 85 degrees. So if it is 275, just remember from now, when you will get more than 180 degrees, so you find it out reflex angle, not the normal angle. Okay. In case if in the question, if I might have asked this reflex angle concept, what will be the reflex angle when the time is 11:10? So obviously our answer is 275. So because reflex angle will be 180, more than 180 degrees. So I have not asked anything about reflex angle in the question. So you should do 360 minus 275. So correct answer is 85 degrees. Okay. So we'll go for the next question. Just a minute. Okay, guys. Okay, we'll solve this question. Obviously, this concept from number system reminders theorem. Okay, what reminder will you get when dividing 2 power 30 by 5? So from the concept of reminder theorem, so we can say that 2 power 30, when you divide it by 5, what will be the reminder? That's what we need to find. So like in order to make our calculation simple, so I can say that, can I write 2 power 30 as 2 square whole power 15 by 5? Because like 2 power 2 whole power 15 means obviously these two will be multiplied. So 15 to 30. So now what is 2 square value? 4. 4 by 5. Okay, now I can say that 4 power 15 by 5. Now, when any number is less than the denominator, we can also consider, there is one concept called negative remainder theorem. Okay, negative reminders. Okay, you should understand this negative remainder concept. So let's say very simple. Um, when 13 is divided by 4, what will be the remainder? Obviously, it will be 6, right? So I can also say that, okay, what basically people will do is 7 1 7. So now the remainder is left out is 13 minus 7 is 6. Okay. Now, if 13 is divided by 7, rather than considering 7 ones 7 and 13 minus 7 is 6 remainder, it's better to calculate this 13 is near to 14. So 7 2 is 14. 14 is exactly divisible. So I can also say that remainder is minus 1 because it is 1 less than 14. Okay, so these two are same, but this is represented in a positive value, this is represented in a negative value. And if somebody will ask you, obviously we cannot say that negative answer, negative remainder is our final answer. So when we will get negative reminder, how to convert into positive? Very simple. So this is a minus 1 is a negative reminder. Just remove 1 from 7. So the number which you are dividing with, remove that negative. Okay, so that 7 minus 1 will be 6. Okay, in the same case, I can say that 4 by 5. Can I say that remainder is minus 1? Because when it is 5, 5 by 5 is exactly divisible, but it is 1 less than 5. So minus 1. Minus 1 power 15. So obviously minus 1 power 15 means 1 minus 1 power 15 means obviously minus 1, right? So when, sorry, no, it's not 15, it's 5. Okay, so when it is minus 1, what I said, when you are getting any reminder, okay, minus reminder, you should subtract 5 minus 1, you will get final answer is 4. Okay, let's say let me take you one small, okay, example. 68 by 10. 68 by 10, what will be the remainder? If I ask you the question, so what basically students will do is 68 by 10 means 10 6 is 60, remainder is 8. They'll say 8. Or else you can also say that when it is 68 by 10, we can say that 10 7 is 70, but it is 2 less than 70, right? So I can also say that minus 2 is the remainder, because even plus 8 or minus 2 both are same when you are dividing by 7. If it is minus 2, if you want to convert to positive, what you will do? So 10 minus 2, which is equals to 8. So this is what negative remainder theorem says. Okay, so any values when you are dividing or when you are taking any finding any reminders or not, you can do this method in a simplest way by taking negative remainder theorem. Okay, hope you all are clear with this, and any doubts or all you can ask me. I'll explain that. Okay, so next question is what is the least number which when divided by 8, 10, 12 leaves the remainder as 7 in each case. Okay, so we will be having total 6 applications of LCM and HCF. There are 3 applications of LCM and 3 applications of HCF. So when you will see these type of questions, like what is the least number which when divided by X, Y, Z leaves remainder R. Instead of taking numbers, I'm taking alphabets to make you understand which approach we are using. Okay, so what is the least number which when divided by 8, 10, 12 leaves the remainder 7, or X, Y, Z leaves remainder R. So the approach you should follow is, okay, LCM of 8, 10, 12 plus reminder you should consider. So if you want, we can cross check it again. So LCM. So why we are using all these applications? There are 6 applications already. We discussed so many times in the class. So I'm just giving the direct approach. So what is LCM of 10, 12 and 8? So obviously the highest number is 12, though all numbers should be divisible. So 12, 5, 60, 12 times 120. So it will be 120 plus LCM of 8, 10, 12 is 120 plus 7. So the final answer is 127. 127 is the least number. Okay, you will, if you want, you can cross check. Here instead of least number, I can take 127. 127 is the number where if you divide with 8, you will get remainder 7. If you divide with 10, you will get remainder 7. If you divide with 12 also, you will get remainder 7. So if you want, you can cross check it. 120 by 8, obviously remainder is 7. 120 by 10, so 10, 12 times is 120, remainder is 7. 127 by 12, 12 times the 120, remainder is 7. So this is the final answer, 127. Okay, so you just need to understand the logic here. Okay, okay, next one. This is from number series. So what is the next number in the series? 2, 4, 9, 28 and 125 question mark. Guys, can you try this question, and can you post the logic or answer in the chat box? Can you try it? I'll give you 1 minute time. Because like very few students posted answer. I mean, solve this question yesterday. So I just wanted to see. Okay, 0 factorial plus 1, 1 factorial plus 1, 2 factorial. Yeah, yes, I'm getting so many answers in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So here the logic is, of course, like majority answers I'm getting in the chat box is correct. Okay. Here 1 factorial plus 1, 2 factorial plus 2, because 2 factorial is 2. Here if you observe, 3 factorial is 6 plus 3, 3 factorial plus 3, 4 factorial plus 4, Here it is 5 factor is 120 plus 5, 125. So obviously what comes it is 6 factorial plus 6. So 6 factorial is 720 plus 6 will gives you 726. So this will be your answer. So next number in the series is 726. So the logic here, I'm not so sure how many of you got the logic. So this is the final answer. Okay. Yeah, next question from compound interest. Guys, last three questions we have. So let's try to solve it quickly. Okay, from the compound interest, we have total three different concepts. Okay, so from compound interest, we have the condition. Okay, one is annually, next one is half yearly. Okay, next one is quarterly. Okay, so obviously annually means we say that per year. Okay, the rate being compounded per year. So half yearly means the rate being compounded for 6 months. So obviously half means by 2, right? 1 by 2 into 12 will be 6 months. The rate being compounded for 6 months. Quarter means what's meant by quarter? So we can say that it is 1/4 part, right? So 1/4 of 12. So 1/4 of 12 means so it is 3 months. So compounded being quarterly means it will be from 3 months. Rate is being compounded. So basically, like we used to solve with so many shortcuts, but let me come with a straight point here. So compound interest on 16,000. So this 16,000 they're talking about here. They have given the condition quarterly, right? I'm just considering this quarterly condition. Principal amount is 16,000. So rate of interest is 20% per annum they mention, and total time period they have given is 9 months. So I can say that time period or number of months, we can say that it is 9 months. Okay, now everything they have given, okay, all the values per annum, correct? So when it is compounded quarterly, so obviously we know that quarterly means for every 3 months. So principal amount will not change. So obviously for compounded quarterly it is 60,000. Now if you observe new rate of interest, let's consider it as r dash. So it is 20% per annum. So for 1 year it is 20%, right? So obviously it will be for being compounded quarterly means it is what is 1/4 of 20. Can I say that it is 5%? Okay, in for quarterly. Okay, 5% for quarterly. So 5% for quarterly means there are 4 quarters, right? 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So total will be 20%. Now, when it comes to the point of n value, most of the students will do the mistakes. Now, I will tell you the simplest way to take the conditions for compounded half yearly or quarterly. Let's say quarterly exams will be conducted for every 3 months. Now, total we have 9 months time duration. How many quarterly exams I can conduct is 3 exams. So n value should be 3. You should consider n value like that. Don't do that 1/4 of 9 months. Okay. So here total new values of r and l n got changed. Now according to the ratio shortcut, I'm just directly coming to the point of ratio shortcut. Okay. Or else I'll write the formula also. Majority of the people use the formula. Okay. Formula method you can try. That is the most regular method. Okay. Uh, uh, for finding compound interest. Okay. P into 1 plus r by 100 whole power n minus principal. This is the most commonly used formula, but this is the best shortcut where I can say like, and mostly like we used to follow the same thing in the class as well. So here ratio shortcut is completely depends on r value. So it is 5%. 5% means I want to convert this in terms of fraction. I can say that it is 1 by 20. So how 1 by 20 means? Obviously 5% means 5 by 100, right? So it is 1 by 20. So numerator value is always compound interest, denominator value is always principal amounts, and we should take the parts, ratios parts. Okay, so now principal to total amount ratio, I'm just coming to the points directly, like what shortcuts we use the same in the class. Okay, so here total principal parts is 20 parts, amount in the sense principal plus compound interest both combined together we call it as total amount. So here how many parts total? 21 parts. Here what is the value of n? If it is n value is 2, you can take it square. N value is 3, you can take it cube. Okay, so here you can take it cube. So obviously 2 cube is 8. So here 8,000 we can say. 21 cube value, 21 cube, 21 square is 441. 441 again multiplied with 21 times here 120 times Okay, so obviously 144 288, so I can say that 9261, so I can say that 9621. So obviously when we want to calculate the compound interest, this difference will gives you compound interest, because from amount, if you remove principal amount, you will get obviously, okay, so 1000 to sorry 1261 parts is the compound interest. Okay, so this is what. Now coming to the point here, total principal parts we have here is, let me erase this part. I'll write total principal parts we have here is 8000. So this 8000 parts in the ratio should leads to 16,000 from the given value in the question, principal amount. So when it comes to three zeros cancel, each part value is 2 rupees. So one part value, when we got to know it is 2 rupees. Now what we need to find is compound interest is total 1261 parts. 1261 parts is how much? So obviously multiplied with 2. So it is 1252. 2522 will be the compound interest. Compounding being quarterly. So answer is 2522. Okay, so just make a note. I hope you all are clear with this. Any doubts you can ask. Okay, so let's go for the next question. Okay, next question we will be having from partnership. Even this also the same partnership concepts. Obviously, partnership is all about like two or more people involved in the business. So we call them as partners. So let's say A started the business with A and B. First thing, before we want to start with the question, okay, let's say if two or more than two partners are there in the business, how they share the profit? Basically, profits will be shared based on two parameters. Okay, so you should understand. I'm just giving you the quick briefing about how profits will be shared. Profits will be shared based on two parameters. One is how much they are investing, and second one is how many months or how many years they are investing, time period. These two, based on these two parameters, profits will be shared. We can say that investment into time period will gives you the profits ratio. Now A started with the business 3500 rupees. After 5 months, B joins with A as his partners. After 5 months, B joins with some X amount. We don't know what is that amount. Okay. After an year, they have given that clearly. After 1 year, can I say that A invested his amount for entire 12 months? Then what about B? B have not invested his amount, whatever X rupees, for entire 12 months, because B joins after 5 months, right? So I can say that B joins after 5 months, means B only invested that amount only for 7 months, correct? Now, this indicates time period into investment amount indicates the profits ratio. Their profits are in the ratio 2:3, correct? Now, what I can say is this is two parts and this is three parts. Now you can do cross multiplication to get the value here. Actually, I can say that this two parts value is 12 into 3500. And what about three parts? Three parts is x into 7. If you want to find the value of x, I can say that 2x into 7. Yeah, is equals to 12 into 3500 by, sorry, into 3 we can directly say. Okay, so because like we are doing cross multiplication, so here 7 ones, 7 5 times is 35 500. Next 2 6 times is 1. Next x value is 5 6 30, 3000 into 3 9000. So here they are asking about what is B's contribution in the capital. So x, what is the contribution of B is, it is 9000. So only thing that you should understand is this is the relation. So profits share can be based on investment and time period. So it depends on both, like they will divide the profit. Okay, so and they have given already profits ratio, so we have just did cross multiplication. So answer is 9000. Okay, so let's go for the next one. The total age of A and B is 12 years more than the total age of B and C. Okay, total age of A and B means here A plus B is the total age, if you assume. A plus B total age is 12 years more than total age of B plus C. Okay, so from here itself you can observe B will get cancelled, A will go that side. So A minus C is 12. A minus indicates the age difference. So here they have given that C is how many years younger than A? Obviously it is 12 years. So answer is 12 years. It's very simple. Actually, no need of using pen and paper for that. Okay, so we can directly say that from the simple logic here, the sum of their ages is 12 years more than the sum of ages of B and C. So here B will get cancelled. The difference between A and C will be just like 12 years. Okay, so that's what they are asking in the question. And the final question, okay, comes from time and work. These questions like based on working with equal efficiencies, very important. Okay, we have a rule for working with equal efficiencies. We can say that M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. If you know this relation, like how this relation and all, like so many times we discussed in the class. Okay, so here 9 men and 12 boys. So 9 men and 12 boys can complete a work in 12 days. So here this entire thing is like manpower, days and work. Okay, you can also, some people might say that like time, D instead of T, D, they might take T. So both are fine. So both indicates days or time. Okay, next M to D2. Here 12 men plus 12 boys can able to do that work in 10 days. First, we'll try to find the deficiencies of man and boy. Okay, 108 m plus 12 square is 144 b is equals to 120 m plus 120 b. So here, if you subtract 120 m minus 108, so it will be 8 m. Okay, sorry, 18 m. Okay, so next here 144 minus 120 is 24. 12, sorry, 12m. Okay, 24b. So here from this we got to know that man to boy ratio is, okay, 24 by 12, so which is equals to 2 by 1. Now I got to know that man to boy ratio is 2 by 1. Means here I can say that if man can eat 2 chocolates per day, boy can eat 1 chocolate per day. Okay, so that's what actually efficiency. Okay, now what they're talking is when the same work should be finished by 10 men and 10 boys in how many days they are asking. Okay, so we already got to know that like man efficiency is 2 chocolates per day and boy efficiency is 1 chocolate per day. First we'll try to calculate total work. Okay, what will be the total work? We'll try to check. Okay, so you can substitute m1 b value in either of the sides, either left side or right side. So you can get the value. Okay, let's try to substitute here. M in the place of m I'm substituting 2 plus 12 times of boy can eat only 1 chocolate. So this can be multiplied with 12. So 9 2s 18, 18 plus 12 multiplied with 12. So obviously 18 plus 12 will be 30. 12 30 times is 360. So there are total 360 chocolates we have. This indicates total work. Now they are asking us to find 10 men boys can complete this. To eat these 360 chocolates in how many days? So 10 men, each man can eat 2 chocolates. 10 into 2 20 plus 10 boys. Each boy can eat only 1 chocolate. So total will be 20 plus 1 30 chocolates. They all can eat 30 chocolates per day. So obviously to complete these 360 chocolates, how many days required? 360 by 30. So which is equals to 12 days required to complete this entire work. Okay, so answer is 12 days. Okay, first thing you should calculate the efficiency of man and boy, and then you should calculate the total work. This is the second part. And third part is like obviously you will get after getting known here total work done. So you should calculate how many days required. Okay, how many days required to complete the entire work. Okay, so hope you all are clear with these 25 questions. And if you have any doubts, you can clarify all your doubts. So this is what the question paper, what you have written in the last Saturday. So prepare well based by taking the reference of these questions and all. Prepare well for the next upcoming job ready exam. So almost similar concept. So it's not like the same questions will be given for the next exam or same pattern and all. Okay, prepare entire concept based on that. Like we plan for the one more exam. okay, by taking reference of this. Okay, so I hope you all are clear with this. Yeah, any doubts and all, you can meet me, you can clarify your doubts later. Okay, yeah, thank you guys. You may leave for the day.
Namaste. Okay, Bye.